Hello friends, it's Kristie Marcotte. Recently, Not Too Shabby Shop released PET tape. They sent me 2 of them, but there are 5 different rolls available. You can purchase them individually or you can save by buying the 5-pack bundle. They sent me Pink Blossom Easter and also Lemon Gnomes. All 5 designs are super cute, and if you are interested, I do have links in the description box below. So I'll show you the Lemon Gnomes first. And the nice thing about their roll of PET tape, all of the images and sentiments are pre-cut, so you don't need to do any fussy cutting. Look at all these adorable gnomes. Very colorful, lots of lemons, there are bees, and then really fun sentiments to go along with the cute images. Each roll of washi tape is 5 meters or 16.4 feet. So you have lots of great images and sentiments to use. Now here's a look at the Pink Blossom Easter roll. And this is the roll I'll be using in the video today. I figured it'd be good to start with the Easter roll since it's only a couple weeks away. And then later on in the year, I'll use the Lemon Gnomes since I think they'll be perfect for summer cards. The bunny images on this set are so sweet and I love all the pink. The Not Too Shabby Shop always has great pattern paper and coordinating ephemera and stamps, and now they also offer PET tape. So be sure to check them out. In today's video, I'll be making 3 different card designs. The pattern paper I'm using is from Mintay Papers. It's their Blossom Serenity collection. The colors match beautifully with the Pink Blossom Easter PET tape. I love all this pink and the yellow is so cheerful. So let's go ahead and get started with card design number 1. I will be using card sketches for inspiration. The first sketch is from Sugar Pea Designs. It's Sugar Sketch number 36. And if you're interested in any of the sketches I use in this video, I share all of that information on my coordinating blog post. The link is in the description box below, or you can simply head over to KristieMarcotte.com. For my first card, selected the white and pink polka dot paper for the background. This piece is 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. Use some of the lovely floral paper for the 1.5 strip across the card, and I did cut mine a little bit wider, so it's 1 3/4 inch. At the top of the floral paper, I added a scallop border die cut, and I used a die set from Pretty Pink Posh. For a little bit of shine underneath the floral paper, I added a Love from Lizi peel off. This is the pinstripe style in gold, and I used the medium width. Wrap the end around the back, then I'll layer the background on some cardstock. This cardstock is from Coordinations. It's their Love Potion color. After adding my card front onto a card base, next I'll add the larger stitch circle die cut, and I did cut this out from some of the pattern paper. This is very light pink design. Before adhering it down, I'm putting a scrap cardstock piece just at the bottom area of the circle where it goes off of that floral paper. Then I'll put Barely Art glue on the back and adhere it on the left side of the card. So this is where I'll add a couple of the PET tape stickers, starting with this sweet little bunny. And I will overlap the 2 stickers. Underneath the bunny, I'll add this swag piece with flowers and Easter eggs. So it looks like the bunny's sitting on top of that little floral swag. For a sentiment, I've already stamped out For You. And this sentiment is from Not Too Shabby's Mini Messages stamp set. It has a great variety of sentiments that you can use throughout the year. I used black ink and stamped it on some white shimmer cardstock, so it has this lovely pearlescent finish. Before adhering it down, I'll put some foam dimension behind it, just on the lower area. On the area of the circle that sits on the pink circle, I'll add a scrap piece of cardstock. I'll remove the release paper from the foam, put Barely Art glue on the back, and adhere the sentiment in place. For a final finishing touch, using more of the Love Potion cardstock, I'll cut a small banner and adhere it in the upper right-hand corner. So there is my finished card. Love how this one turned out. That bunny image is just adorable. And I did end up making a total of 4. I had plenty of pattern paper and lots of the same PET tape images. For card design number 2, the sketch is from Sketch Saturday. It's number 772. I selected 3 pattern papers. I have the yellow and white lattice paper for the background. For the larger rectangle piece, I'm using some of the wood grain pattern paper. And for the small image box, I have more of that watercolor light pink pattern paper. I'm layering everything on some dark brown cardstock. And my cardstock layers are an additional 1/8 of an inch. Now generally when I have the measurements listed on the sketch, those are for the pattern paper pieces. But for this card, those measurements are actually for the cardstock layers. The pink image box is 2 5/8 of an inch by 2 3/8 of an inch. So with that cardstock layer, it then becomes 2 3/4 by 2.5 inches. After adding the image panel on the wood grain panel, I'll adhere it on the yellow cardstock pattern paper. Then I'll add this piece on some craft cardstock. And that piece is 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. And finally, I'll layer it on some brown cardstock, and that piece is A2 size. I love adding lots of layers. And since this set of cards will be going to the residents at a nearby retirement home, I won't be mailing them, so I don't have to worry about paying additional postage. For this card design, I'm not adding any foam dimension, so the cards would probably be fine mailing with just a regular postage stamp. For a sentiment, I'm adding the word Easter, and this is included on the PET tape roll. I'll put that underneath the image panel on the wood grain pattern paper. And for the image, I selected 2 sweet little birds sitting in a nest surrounded by pink blossoms. There are so many amazing designs on this roll. It was really hard to select just a few in this video. On the card sketch, there is a bow in the upper left-hand corner of the image panel. I used a die set from Pretty Pink Posh, Valentine Holder Editions. Has this perfect size little bow, and I cut it out from some pink cardstock. Put Barely Art glue on the back and adhere it in place. Then for a final finishing touch, I'm adding a couple Love from Lizi peel-off hearts on the right and left side of the word Easter. This is the mini heart style peel-off in gold color. So there is my finished card, and I did make 4 using this design. 2 of the cards have the bird image, and the other 2 cards have this sweet little bunny sitting in a field of flowers and eggs, and there's a tiny butterfly next to the bunny's head. For card design number 3, the card sketch is from Mojo Monday. This is sketch number 543. This card features 4 pattern papers. I love how beautifully they all coordinate together. For the narrow strip going across the card, using some of the pink wood grain pattern paper, layering it on the Love Potion cardstock. For that small rectangle piece that will go above the circle, using this yellow and white fun pattern. I'll layer that also on the Love Potion cardstock. For the background of my card, the narrow strip on the right side, using some of the floral paper, and the wider panel, I have the grid pink and white design. Now the measurements on the card sketch have that wider panel at 3 inches, and the floral piece should be 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches. I figured since most of that will be covered up, I would simply cut a 1-inch strip. I'll add both of those on the cardstock layer, and that cardstock layer is an additional 1/8 of an inch. So 4 1/8 of an inch by 5 3/8 of an inch. For a little bit of separation and shine between the 2 pattern paper pieces, I'll add a Love from Lizi peel off. And you'll only see a tiny bit at the top and bottom, so I am able to use some of the smaller scrap pieces. The peel-off color is gold in the pinstripe style. Next, I'll add the pink wood grain strip across the card. Then I'll put ATG tape on the back and add my card front onto a card base, leaving 1/8 of an inch of the white card base showing. Now I'll add that yellow and white rectangle piece, and the bottom of it will sit directly on top of the wood grain piece. And that area will be covered up with a stitch circle die cut. Put barely art glue on the back and adhere the circle in place. And this is where I'll be adding the image and also the sentiment. I selected this fun bucket filled with pink eggs. There's pink flowers and little butterflies flying around. I'll put it a little bit higher, that way there's enough room underneath to add the sentiment spring. So I could use this as a spring card or an Easter card. Simply stamp Happy Easter on the inside. For a final finishing touch, I'm using more Love from Lizi peel-offs. This is the mini circle style in gold. I'll put 3 in the upper left-hand corner and 2 in the lower right-hand corner. So there is my finished card, and I did make 4 using this design. 2 cards feature the bucket of eggs, and 2 cards feature a sweet little bunny holding a basket of eggs. And on the bunny card, I added the word April. So again, this would work for spring or an Easter card. Now here's another look at the 12 cards I made using Not Too Shabby Shop's Pink Blossom Easter PET tape. The colors and designs are beautiful, perfect for spring or Easter cards. If you are interested in any of the products I used in this video, I do have links in the description box below. And be sure to check out the other PET tape designs from Not Too Shabby Shop. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.